Why am I nervous? I'm kind of nervous. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's me, I'm alive. I haven't done this specific thing in this format in a very long time. But I am coming back to YouTube and I'm so excited to be doing long form content. And this is going to kind of just be like a catch up where I've been, what's going on, and kind of get y'all up to speed for all the content that's going to be coming in the future. Now, I have been living in Dallas for the past year and a half. Y'all know that back in 2022 when I was filming, I was going through a crisis. I don't really know if I ever filmed and shared a lot about that. I really don't think I did. Honestly, I haven't watched those videos in so long, but I was having a crisis. I was 22 and I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything, and all of my friends had moved out of College Station, and I was very alone in the presence of like it just being me. And so I found myself wondering why I was still there, why I just felt like mentally I had grown out of that place, and unfortunately I was still in a lease for basically a whole nother year. And so around March, I ended up leaving my job at A&M as a fitness instructor, and I dropped out of my sorority, and I literally gave up everything to move back home in with my parents who live in the suburbs of Dallas. And I really, that was the first time I had ever quit a job in a really long time. And I hadn't been unemployed for literal years. And so I took a month and a half to really just like do yoga, read, do my schoolwork, and that was really it. Like that's all I did. And I really just like healed. I was probably the most depressed I've ever been in my life. I didn't trust myself. I was just like literally going through a 180 of just not knowing what to do, where to go, and like what was going on. And I'm so blessed to have my parents and my family be there for me. And then a month after, I ended up landing a job with Alo Yoga, which had been something that I was working on for a while there, and commuted into Dallas to do that work. Commuted for about, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months. And then had saved up enough and made the decision to move into an apartment in the city, my first ever apartment, and I got it all on my own. And so I then lived in that apartment for 9 months over in the West Village, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing, but it was also like a blur. I, for those 9 months, went on a spree of working an open availability job, being rich and broke at the same time, and also going out all the time, making new friends, like truly was in my like yes era, and just kind of like literally was flying off the seat of my pants. It was crazy. And me and my friends look back on it all the time and we're like, what the hell were we doing? But it was literally so fun. And after that, I ended up moving out of that apartment, moved into a different part of the city now, which is where I'm at now. And I absolutely love my apartment. I live in a studio now, and I literally am just so happy to be here. Ironically, I had left my job at Alo for another job, and about a year into that, or about 3 months into that, I ended up getting promoted to a brand new position, built out a division and whatnot, and then ended up getting laid off from that a couple months later. I have now been unemployed for 4.5 months, which if you watched me before, and if you watch me now or on TikTok or anything, you know that I have not been unemployed for 9.5 years, other than that 1 month off. I've always worked. I've always had a job. I've always had, honestly, multiple jobs. And this has been a very interesting experience for me. I have cried, I've laughed, I've partied, I've completely learned so many new things about myself and about life and just everything. And so for me, I have really been able to take this time, these last 4.5 months, to create and really step into my creativity and into what I love to do, which is make videos and content. And I've been able to grow on TikTok, and I truly love long form content. I love yapping. I'm a little yapper, and I have decided to come back to YouTube. I treated myself during a little depression stage in my last job. I treated myself to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is what we're filming on right now, and I absolutely love it. It truly brings out the creator in me, and it's amazing for shooting long form content, horizontal content. It shoots in 4K. My old camera is actually on my wall up there, my Sony A3000, which was a gift to me, and it was my first vlogging camera other than like my phone. At least in like my adulthood, I've like vlogged before whenever I was younger, but like on things back in like the 2000s. But yeah, and that's kind of like where we've been. I've gone through multiple different job opportunities of interviewing and going through those processes, and unfortunately haven't gotten any. And I've learned so much about the process in the journey of it all. And I've definitely seen the bad and the ugly and the good and everything. And now am currently managing having a bunch of other different job offers, which is really exciting and also stressful because I literally just have to think about so many things. Right now, I'm have to give my notice if I'm going to leave this apartment or not. I've been in here for about 9 months and I signed for 11. So I need to let them know by December 29th, but I don't have a job that confirms that I can pay my rent for another 9 months. And then my lease ends at the end of February, and I've thought about moving. I've thought about doing industrial lofts in Dallas and whatnot. I don't think I could ever move to the burbs. Like, I would never move to the burbs. But I thought about that and how that could be cool. And I've also just done a bunch of different research. So I've got job opportunities on the rise of second and third interviews, offers coming in, deciding all of that. Also simultaneously managing like what chances, what risks do I take? What do I do? How do I manage all of it? Because I do love this apartment. I love this building. That's honestly where I've been. I have been creating and relearning life as a recovering material girl. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever be recovered, but I've learned just so many different things about how, living beyond your necessity and your needs and living underneath it and budgeting and just being smart and like learning how to adult and survive, essentially, is what has been going on. But I am so excited to kind of just document everything longer here. I've been documenting everything on my TikTok, so if you want to catch up, I will leave that link down below. Go follow me on TikTok. It's literally my favorite thing ever. But I am excited to kind of dive deeper into things. And if you're from my TikTok, welcome to my safe space. I love YouTube and I've been meaning to come back. So I'm excited for my TikTok audience to see my long form content. I think that covers it all. What else do I say? See you in the next video. Bye.